All right, so this is a form we have created with PowerApps. It's a user experience and feedback survey form where we can plug in um, different values based on the type of controls that is available to us. So right here, I can include my full name, Elvis Ayubar. I can include my age, 200. Not really. Toggle experience, I can are you satisfied with our service and product? I can say yes. Date of experience, I put something. What features are expected? What features or aspects did you find most useful? I can say all of it. How likely are you to recommend us to others? Very likely. And additional comments you like to none. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how we can convert this into a PDF and email this as an attachment. So down here, it's the portion where I can add my buttons. So I can come here to add a button. I'm making use of the new button here. So the button is at the top left here. I would like that to be at the right. So since it's inside of a flexible container, I can't drag up here. So what I need to do is to come over to the properties pane right here. I can adjust the position from here. Then if I need to push it to the right, I will select the parents, click on the right justify property here. I will add some padding to the right of, I have a variable here for padding. So I'll come over FX CNT padding. I will use that for the padding rights. Then I would like to take out the minimum height and width since I don't need that in this use case. Good. I will increase the width of the button slightly to 120. I'll change the text to generate PDF. Okay. I would like to increase the width more to 140, then include an icon for PDF. Okay, width is not enough. Let's say 160. All right. I would increase the height of my button to 38, then add some border radius of 8, and that should look nice. Before you can make use of the PDF feature in PowerApps, you have to make sure it's turned on. So I'll go over to my settings here, come to updates, search for PDF, and you can see it's turned off. I'll turn that on. I'll click on close. Then next I'll go over to my button here. I'll click on the unselect property here so it appears on the formula bar. I would expand. I would save it into a variable called verblob. Then I'll bring up the PDF function. So the PDF function accepts multiple parameters. So first, it targets the main control that needs to be turned into a PDF. So I'm going to be pointing to the main control, the main container housing the entire form, and that would be the CNT main body container. I'll copy that container name, go back to my button, and paste that here. Then I'll add a comma. Then I can add sub parameters in between that. So first I've included for the target, and now for the options. These options will include the specific settings or the particular way I want the PDF to look like. First parameter I'm going to be adding will be the DPI, which stands for dots per inch, and that controls the resolution of the PDF. And higher DPI means better quality but larger file size. So I'll plug in the DPI parameter here, and I'll leave that at 150, which is a good value. Then next, I would include the size. Then next, I would include the orientation of the paper. Orientation. This will determine if the PDF will be in a landscape or a portrait form. So I'll go ahead to say paper orientation dot portrait because I want it to be in a straight form. Then I'll also include a margin, which will add some distance to the edges of the PDF. So I'll include a margin of 10 points, which would determine the margin around the contents of the PDF. So having 10 points would be about 3.5 millimeters or the space around the edges of the PDF from the contents. The last property here I'll be including is the expand containers with a value of true. So setting the expand containers to true, we ensure that forms or controls which have extended height from the default view will be expanded and all of the contents will be shown in the PDF. So take this for example. If I set the value to false, it's only what you are currently seeing on the view that would show up on the PDF. The items that are available when you scroll down will not be shown if you set the expand containers to false. But right now that it's true, what happens is it stretches out the form to its highest height, then prints the entire form as a container. So this is the code to generate a PDF in PowerApps. So I'll go ahead and run this. I'll click on generate PDF, and in a few seconds, so when it's generating, everything is frozen, the screen is frozen, I can't scroll, and when it's done, I'll be able to scroll. Now the PDF has been generated and it's saved inside of this variable here called verblog. So just in case you don't know what a variable is, it's a pocket where you store items. So the value is being stored here now. If I would like to output or see the contents of the PDF in this variable, I would go over to a new screen here. I will add a control called PDF viewer. Then, so this will allow us to view PDFs in PowerApps. So I'll go over to the document property. Right now we're having a sample PDF. That's why we can see this. I'll change this to the value, my variable there. Then you can see it pulls up the value of my variable. I can toggle on the controls to make it look, to increase the zoom level. And you can see all of the items is being shown here on this PDF, all of the questions, just to see how it works when I turn the expand containers to false, for example. I'll change this to false, and when I try to generate the PDF again, when I click on generate PDF, and I go over to my other screen to preview, what you'll see, it's only showing the visible area on the PDF, without scrolling on your phone. So you can see how the expand containers work. So most of the time you want to set your expand containers to true. Okay, so I'll set this back to true. And now to the final part of the video where I'm able to email the PDF as an attachment. I'll come over here. So right at the bottom of this, I will add a function, or I will add a function to send this as an email. But before that, before I can send emails in PowerApps, I need to ensure that I include the connector to make that happen. I need to connect this to an email service like Outlook to ensure that this works for me. So to do that, I'll come over to the data tab here. I will do a search. I'll select add data, then I'll search for Outlook 365. So I'll click on this. I will ensure it's connected. So now that has been connected, and that would enable me to send emails. So right here, I would point to that connector there, Office 365 Outlook.send an email. I'll choose the version 2. Then now you can see the parameters. The first parameters would be to the user you want to send this to. The second parameter would be the subject of the email. Then next, the body. Then you can include attachments and so on. So first, I will include this. I would like to send this to myself. So to point to myself in PowerApps, I will use user.email. Then that email will be sent to me. Then next, I would include the title of the email. I'll say your survey results. Then now to the body of the email, I would say, hi. So this is basically HTML. So I would include a BR tag for like a line break or a carriage return. Then right here, I would like to include the timestamp. So I would concatenate, so I'm able to return the time when this PDF was filled. Then now that I've included that, then when I include the next comma, I can see the options to do some settings to copy a user, add as an attachment, and so on. So I'm making use of the attachment table, the attachment property here. So I will add some curly braces, add the round brackets at the end to close my Outlook. Then I'll add attachments. I will put this in a table function, then add curly braces as well. And I'd say name, the name of the PDF. I would like that to be user experience survey form. So since it's going to be a PDF file type, I'll add .pdf at the end. Then next I will add content bytes. Then I will just point to the variable where the PDF has been saved earlier. Then that will be all. So this is all we need to create a PDF and also send the PDF as an attachment. So when all of that is done, I would like to get notified that this has been completed. So I will include a notification function. I would say the attachment has been sent to. So I'd like to point who this attachment was sent to, which is me, user.email. So it's going to tell me the email that attachment has been sent to, just in case I have multiple emails. Then the next parameter I'll be putting is the type of notification, is successful notification, and just that will stay up to like 2 seconds. And also I would like to include another notification once the PDF has been created. Let me add this smiley here. Then just in case you don't know how to put emojis, you just hit your Windows key, then semicolon, then that pulls up this for you. So let's go ahead and test what we have done here. So I'll run the app. All the fields are updated the way I want it to be. Then now I'll click on generate PDF. Then you can see PDF has been sent to this email. So I'll go over to my Outlook here to check. I can see that the email has been sent to me. You can see, and the timestamp as well. I'll go ahead and select it to see the content of the PDF. And that's it. It's working great. So I hope you got something out of this. That's how you can create a PDF out of PowerApps and email it as an attachment. So let me know in the comment section if you would like more content as this. I will see you in the next one.